defensively since the first game. You look at the numbers, not giving up a lot of big runs, a lot more efficiency, and Will just said that discipline has been something that's been a huge part of your growth. Can you kind of take us through that and quantify how much you guys have grown?
As I'll say, yes, discipline did play a big part of just really, executing our part of the defense and doing our job. We stick down to the process and stacking days the past couple of weeks, just trying to fix the little things and, do it just making sure that we do our part of the defense that really,
Well, stay on that. When other teams I've covered, when defenses have struggled some, a lot of players talk about learning to trust the guys up front. You got to trust they're going to do their job, so you don't try to cheat and do their job too. Where is the trust process with you guys, and when did you really start having that high level of trust in one another?
I feel like the trust process has always been there. It's just and it comes from communication, just working, going out there, practice, and working with the guys every day. So I would say that the trust process has always been there. Just the growth on the past couple of weeks and fixing the things that need to be fixed.
Michael? CJ, with the last two games being decided by as close a margin as they were, less than a yard both times, what's the process of coming back mentally from that? I mean, Coach Belichick was saying that it's all in your guys' control. So how do you come back from that, basically?
Really, because the game didn't go the way we wanted it to go, but we competed at a high level, and we're stepping towards the right direction of where we want to be and where we want to go this season. So we have to put it behind us and prepare for the next game.
Do you feel like the time's coming where one of those bounces is going to go your guys' way?
What was that?
I said, do you feel like the time is coming where one of those bounces is going to go your guys' way?
Yes, of course.
No.
CJ, how helpful is it as a defensive line for you guys to get to the quarterback, at least in his face, not necessarily a sack, but get in his face early in the game rather than maybe not having a sack in the first half and then starting to get to the second half? Does that give you guys a lot of momentum if you know you can do it in the first half, but then it'll continue through the second?
I'm sorry, can you ask that one more time? I'm trying.
Getting to the quarterback early, how important is it to get in his face early in the game rather than maybe not a sack in the first half and then start to get to him in the second half?
Just to make him make the quarterback know that the pressure's there. All the little things matter. Us getting pressure on the quarterback helps out the back end, and the back end coverage helps us having the time to get to the quarterback. So, yeah.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, CJ, to go off of that about putting more pressure on the quarterback, it seems like you guys are finishing plays more often. It seemed like there were times in the year where you guys might have been, kind of the right position, maybe, someone run out of it or whatever. You guys are kind of finishing the plays, getting the sacks, getting the tackles for loss. What do you think is contributing to that? You mentioned execution. I guess, what do you think contributes to that level of execution to, finishing those plays?
Just staying with the process throughout the week, trying to build on things that some of us have, trying to build on things that we just need to work on at times, and just finishing those plays, as you just said. It's just been a consistent thing that we worked on and gotten better with throughout practice, and we was able to see it on the field.
CJ, I hear you when you talk about trusting the process, stepping in the right direction, getting better and getting closer to winning games. I was wondering if what sort of urgency you guys might feel in terms of bowl eligibility. You have to win, I think, 4 of your last 5 games to be able to get to a bowl. Trusting the process might only work to a certain degree if you want to go to a bowl, is what I'm saying. Is there a feeling of urgency, you think, with the guys in the locker room about getting these wins and getting to a bowl?
Well, we're just worrying about the next game on the schedule and preparing for this and preparing for Syracuse this week. So.
Great.
Hey CJ, we had Coach Diaco up on the podium last week, and he mentioned how excited he is about this defensive line. And then, of course, a couple days later, you guys have 6 sacks. Just waiting to see about the growth of the defensive line, and then also some of the younger guys that are stepping up and making big plays as well.
I would just say, it's because we all love to compete, and we come to practice every day and compete with each other and push each other every day just to get better and put ourselves in these situations where we can make plays. Because I like it. There's certain situations where you see one man make the sack, but as a group we made that sack as we work together on the field. And
and kind of going off of that, just when one guy gets a sack, what does that kind of do for the rest of the defensive line? Does that make you guys hungrier to get after the quarterback in a sense?
Yes, I would say that. It really sets the tone, and it, like as you said, it adds that hunger to us and making us really want to compete. And, okay, he got one. Let's try to get one. Let me try to get another one. You know what I mean? So.
Shelby?
I was just curious, we had a chance to talk to Coach Diaco recently, and he just talked a lot about kind of his why and being here. He's had kind of an interesting journey in the back. I'm curious just how much of that perspective maybe he has shared with you guys as his players, just kind of his process of who inspired him getting back to coaching. And he just talked a lot to us about his attitude being here.
I love Coach Diaco. When he first got here, he was very, very transparent with us. We talked about. He talked about his past and everything, and then we all did the same, just being open with each other and just building that family, that family and strong bond that we need in that room.
Yeah, and how much, I guess, has that maybe helped bond you guys with him or with each other as a team?
I'll say it's helped a lot. Just like I said, to build that chemistry and just to really know that person beside you that you're playing against. Playing with. Excuse me.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Appreciate it, CJ.
Thanks, CJ.
CJ, thank you.